Thanks for joining us. And today we're going to talk about how to enhance your meditation with the inner smile. So the inner smile is part of the Taoist internal alchemy practices, and it is really, really simple, but at the same time, very profound. The inner smile is really about self-acceptance and acceptance as things as they are at this particular moment, and also allowing those things to change. So I've talked about that in other videos. The inner smile is really simple. It's not just putting a grin on your lips, but actually having a sense of accepting from the inside out. So you can begin with an outer smile, and one of the things that you can do is to stroke your smile line. And this is an area that that parents will stroke on babies, and the babies will start smiling because we have this innate feeling within us to be able to share this smile, this basic communication between individuals, between living beings, resonating with them, accepting them as they are, being open to them, to receiving from them and to giving at the same time. So the inner smile is like that, but it's directed inwards, and the smile can begin at your lips, and then it can move to your eyes. But what you want to do is to feel inside. This is a process of interoception. We're actually feeling what's happening inside of you, and just being there with it and accepting it. And when we say accepting, this is not passive observation like some meditation paths, which are very kind of mental focus. I feel this, I'm mindful, and I'm objectives of if you're some kind of scientist. Well, this is actually feeling things inside you and accepting what you feel, right? Rather than trying to suppress it, push it down, or change it. You're just accepting it. Now, this can take you very far in any meditation path. And so if you're doing any kind of meditation, it might be mindfulness meditation, where you're just following your breath, right? It might be, Kriya Yoga, where you're doing some kind of pranayama, or it might be Kundalini Yoga, whatever it is. If you're in a receptive state of accepting what you are feeling at that present moment, and you're using the inner smile to feel into it and to smile into it, you're allowing things to change as they need to for your transformation, for your inner unfoldment. And so that process of basically using the inner smile to feel what you feel inside yourself, and then just allowing it to unfold is so central to anything that you might need to do, where you're doing any kind of inner transformation, working in a challenging situation, whatever. And it may be in a case where you're having interactions with people, and you feel some kind of thing arising within you, tensions or whatever it is. It could be anxiety, it could be anger, it could be boredom. If you're just there to feel that feeling and smiling into it and accepting it, you will start to transform it. It starts to transform naturally, because that's the way that things work inside. Now, normally when we talk about feelings, especially from a Taoist internal alchemy perspective, what holds feelings in place, feelings that become stale, if you will, they're not moving, they become historical behavioral patterns or historical emotions, is that the life force, the qi, is frozen into those particular shapes, which we perceive as a feeling, right? So we might feel a feeling in the pit of our stomach around if we're feeling fear, anxiety about something. We might feel a flush of anger in our face, or throughout our bodies, these tensions. Well, what we can do when we're doing the inner smile is just to feel what's there and just smile into it and accept it as it is. Now, you can be doing any kind of meditation practice, or you can be actually doing anything and integrate the inner smile into whatever you do. Ultimately, what you're doing is that you are accepting what things as they are. You're also making a connection so that you can also accept that things can transform and change. You're not holding on to it. You're basically feeling it, allowing it to expand express itself, that emotion or whatever it is inside you, and basically letting go of it, meaning providing consent for it to transform into whatever it needs to basically resolve those feelings. So the inner smile is a really great place to begin that. And so if you're trying to do an inner smile practice initially, you can do it in anything you're doing, any kind of meditation techniques or whatever, but then you can also just do it by itself. So you can just close your eyes, you can relax, right? You can feel your body as you're feeling now. You don't have to label anything, right? You don't have to say, oh, I feel happy, I feel sad. Those labels don't matter. All you need to do is feel what it is and accept it. Smile into it. It's like this smiling radiance that you feel whatever that feeling it is. It might be, in your solar plexus area or wherever in your body. You smile into it. You accept it as it is. The smile is like the face of the sun shining on the meadow, and as in the early morning and things are warming up, and then things start to dissipate, right? Like the water, the dew starts to evaporate. So it's the same thing with the feelings that you're feeling. If you've got feelings of tension or whatever, or kind of repressed emotions, you can just smile into it and it will start to transform, right? You're making a connection with something that's basically been disconnected from the regular flow of your energy. And so you're reestablishing that connection and allowing it to move forward, to continue its expression, to resolve. And that's really what you want, because that's really the essence of what transformation is about. Because we are holding all sorts of stuff in our bodies, right? And so some people have called these even holding patterns, right? We're resistant to change because that energy hasn't been resolved and we haven't actually connected with it to help it move forward, right? We're just holding it. And so the inner smile, you can just feel it. It's that simple. You can just feel it and you smile into it, just like that beautiful sunshine rising, over the horizon, right? And it shines on whatever it is, and those things start to warm up, right? And then they start to transform and change. So it's that simple. So we do have a guided meditation on the inner smile on Modern Kriya website, so you can check that out. But I really urge you to integrate the inner smile into whatever other meditation practices you're doing. If it's a mindfulness practice, whatever it is, it can even be driving. And it's really great because it makes you present in the present moment with what you feel, with what you're perceived, with what you're doing, etc. It can help to equalize, your energy as you're doing anything, right? So the tendency of the mind is to get very focused and that want to do any particular thing. But when you inform it with the inner smile, what you're doing is adding that kind of awareness. It's like this radiance you add to the activity that you're doing, and it enhances it. It makes you more intelligent because you're, instead of being just tunnel vision focused on doing any particular thing, waiting for your cue to say something without actually listening, all that stuff, it brings the awareness into the present moment. It harmonizes what you feel inside of you. It harmonizes relationships with others. It harmonizes your meditation practices. It's just basically a really great catalyst for inner change, inner smile. Check out the videos of Modern Kriya. And at Modern Kriya we have other techniques and practices as well. We have Kriya Yoga in there, so there's stuff you can learn. And this is all in our membership accounts section. We have Taoist internal alchemy practices that go really, really deep, so you can be learning those techniques, integrating them into your life, integrating them into your existing practices, and getting really good bang for your buck, which helps your inner transformation. So check that stuff out. So if you have any questions about this video, feel free to send me an email at info@modernkriya.com. Also check our website at modernkriya.com and our YouTube channel. So thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time.